Sundan ko lang din po yung, yung tungkol sa 911 emergency services. Total allocation for capital outlay of OSEC is 986.4 million, or increase of 583.9 million in 2026. A big chunk of the allocation will fund the procurement of 911 emergency services to the amount of 711.2 million. Said amount will fund the procurement of 300 ambulances, 160 patrol cars, and 300 light motorcycles. So, kompleto ba itong 911 emergency service?
1,300, sir. 1,300 motorcycles.
1,300
300 pala. Sorry.
So, aside from, hindi lang ito yung parang magiging call center, yung emergency services, it will also include ambulances,
Yes,
talagang emergency services.
Yes, sir.
Patrol
Our
cars
biggest we will concentrate a lot on the far-flung underserviced areas and also, of course, the urban areas. As of now, it is easier to respond with the motorcycle for a scene of a crime rather than a car because the average travel time to travel 5 kilometers in the city is something like 45 minutes, where a motorcycle can get faster. There.
Regarding doon sa sa COA report, yung 3-story emergency 911 National Office and Command Center building project with a cost of 195 million. Ano na pong status? What's the status now? Can we be updated? Because I think this will house all of this, itong sistema natin na 911.
Sir, that building, we are putting a pause to it because the design was substandard to the new requirements of a full functioning 911 system. And a perfectly designed system will take a ceiling height of 12 meters, I think. So it cannot be a regular building. So we have to construct buildings which are appropriate to how a 911 system works.
So it's a new building.
Yes, sir.
Bago na.
We have to create new buildings, sir.
Okay. New project ng OSEC, Local Roads and Bridges Inventory Program. These are the new things under the menu. It's a new project to be implemented from 2026 to 2028, which will have an allocation of 78.2 million for fiscal year 2026. The program aims to establish a nationwide database for local road and bridge planning, budgeting, and monitoring. What is the purpose of the inventory, and will this be used in crafting a national master plan for local roads and bridges?
Yes, sir. I think Yusek Arigan can better answer.
Yes, Yusek Marlo Irigan.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning, everyone. Yes, sir. Actually, for the roads and bridges inventory system, will be coordinated with the Department of Agriculture to come up with a network, the whole network of the roads and both the national and local roads in the whole country, Mr. Chair. The purpose of this is to collect and update information and improve the system and train local government functionaries in using the GIS system, Mr. Chair. We are doing this, Mr. Chair, because the PSA has the PSA has adopted, included this as a system of designated statistics in the national government through a PSA board resolution. So we are doing an inventory of all roads and bridges all over the country, Mr. Chair. And later on, this will be connected with what the Department of Agriculture is doing.
Okay, thank you. With siguro tanong ka na rin to, Mr. Chair, sa chairman ng Committee on Finances here will take advantage. With regards to support for local governance program flood control issue, kasi nagkaroon tayo where we were both all local government officials doon in the hearings, lumabas kasi na nagkaroon ng mga projects na hindi alam ng mga LG officials, yun ang nakakalungkot. Parang ito yung tinatawag na sagasa na nilagay ng if it's a proponent o DPWH without the approval or knowledge of certain local government officials who were even interviewed na taga sinabi lang wala silang kaalam-alam. So as a secretary, what do you think can we do to improve na talagang maiwasan to? Should we include the kailangan may RDC approval talaga lahat, which is supposed to
Yes,
what's supposed to be how it should be done anyway?
Yes, sir.
Or kailangan from the local pala, or RDC will be enough, would suffice?
Yes, sir. There are two sides to this equation. Number one, there should be a master plan connecting not only barangays but connecting municipalities and cities, because there are no boundaries in natural disasters. Like the cities of San Juan and Quezon City should be connected, but apparently there is no coordination amongst that. So that's part one. There should be a master plan in place, and the DPWH should be mandated to go with that master plan on merit as needed. Number two, sir, I am wary of having the local government units sign off if it is approved or not for the project to take place. We all know how local governments think, and if you do that without a structural reform, then it will only add to the friction cost of implementing a project. So rather than having the approval of the local governments, there should be a master plan in place, and then before it is implemented, it must be congruent to that master plan.
Sir, just to join in, my pros and cons, alam naman natin, we're all
We're all came from there.
una, pag magkalaban si congressman tsaka si mayor, di isang issue yun. Pangalawa, tama si secretary, yung friction cost kasi not all local governments are the same. Some of them are noble, some of them are medyo questionable. Kaya baka additional layer yun.
That's right, sir.
Ang best case scenario sana, secretary, sa una,
Yes, sir.
diba? In the planning
There's
process.
a planning process. Just to give an example, sir, Quezon City, I talked to Mayor Joy, of 100% of the national government's flood control programs implemented in Quezon City were not incongruent with the local plans. They were just implemented. And what happened? I grew up in Quezon City studying in Ateneo and UP, and for the first time, there was a flood in Katipunan. There was a flood in Katipunan, which is 200 meters above sea level. And my son lives in Loyola Heights, LGB, and it's beside the Marikina River, and there was no flood in his area. So it only goes to show that the 200-meter drop, that the water did not go down towards the Marikina River, rather because there was no congruency in planning of the DPWH and the Quezon City government, there was flooding all over the city, despite its higher elevation.
And also sad, no? Medyo malaki rin yung flood control budget that went to the different districts in Quezon City.
Dami. Oo.
Kumbaga, hindi siya aligned as you mentioned.
That's right,
Talagang kumbaga, yun nakakalungkot, no, Mr. Chair, that sometimes if there's no master plan, para lang masabing may project, may ma-project lang.
Yeah, in the
Parang
case
ganun
of
na nangyari.
in the case of Quezon City, they had the master plan, but it was not put in consideration by the proponents of the project.
But hopefully we can, with your support also, I'm one of my, Mr. Chair, one of the first bills that I filed for this Congress, which will solve a lot of problems, is the master plan for infrastructure and national development.
Yes, sir.
So talagang dapat lahat according to sundin doon, yung hindi yung parang mag-project no, without the knowledge or not in coordination with the local government. So dapat siguro yun. So hopefully we can pass this.
Just as talking off the top of my head and being fellow local government officials, I think that it is to my opinion only, just as my opinion, that the DPWH should be a planning agency rather than an implementing agency. If it were that, then I think the friction cost of implementing projects would be less if the local government units were the ones given the capacity to implement the projects themselves according to a plan created by the national government.
Okay, next, probably we can ask already, yung sa ibang agencies, no? Mr. Chair, baka meron pa kayong, for OSEC, for Secretary John Wick. Anyway, we'll be staying for a while, no? For PNP, we can ask our Chief PNP. The PNP's proposed new appropriations budget for fiscal year 2020 increased to 209.7 billion, a mere 2% increase lang, no? From last year's level. Kasama na ba rito increase sa inyong subsistence allowance for this year? Kasi hindi nakasama sa ang PNP sa mga nabigyan ng additional subsidy allowance.
Mr. Chairman, the subsistence allowance is not yet included in that increase. For the information of the our chairperson, the current subsistence allowance for Philippine National Police personnel is at 150 pesos per month.
150 pesos per month.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, sir.
So if per day, baka per day.
Per day, Mr. Chairperson.
If increase of subsistence allowance not included, pwede baka ba makikita ng estimate, Chief PMD, General Latates, ng funding requirement para tumasin yung subsistence allowance kasi 150 parang hindi, it's not anymore updated, no? Talagang kulang na yan for per day.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. With the subsistence allowance among the uniform personnel, except for armed forces of the members of the armed forces of the Philippines, which is at 350 per day. The rest, like the BJMP and others, for the DILG, it's 150. And we would like
So
to...
lahat po ng BJMP, tsaka BFP,
BFP.
150 per day.
Yes, sir. To have a standard pay for this subsistence allowance, is like in the AFP, kasi yun naman ang dapat, sir, standard pay and allowance. It should be 350, and we will be needing 16 billion in 1 year, Mr. Chairman.
That's only for PNP, no? Wala pa yung BJMP and BFP.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. For PNP only.
Siguro BFP and BJMP, mga ilan po yung sa inyo para so that we'll take note.
Mr. Chairman, I have the records here. For BGNP, for the subsistence allowance, it will be 3 billion and 64 million. For the PNP, it's 28 billion 195 million. For the BFP, it's 4 billion 711 million.
Just to make it at par, no? With yung sa armed forces, no?
Yes, sir.
From 150 to 350.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, at least our chair of the committee finances here will take note of those, no?
Yes, sir.
Medyo malaki rin para. Pero, but still, we have to, we just have to be fair. Kailangan talaga all uniform personnel, dapat din standard.
Mr. Chairman, I have information, but I'm not sure about this. But tama ba na nag-commit si Presidente to give the subsistence allowance this year? Is that
Sir, we had written to him already, and what we need is a draft executive order titled Increasing the Subsistence Allowance of Uniformed Personnel. And that is yet to be released, but I was assured that it would be released.
but there's an agreement already?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
retroactive siya for 2025.
Yes, sir.
Kasi end of
Yes,
the
sir.
year na,
That's
eh.
right.
Nasa
Yes, sir.
dulo na tayo.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Alright. So, ang iniisip ko kasi kung confirm na siya for 2025, obviously we need to fund it for 2026 or else wala siyang amount doon. And I understand that the total amount, at least for the PNP, BJMP, and BFP, is about 20 billion. Tama ba? A year?
36
36.
billion, sir.
Okay. Yung 36 is the total, pero I think 20 billion in addition. In
yes, sir.
addition.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Sige. Well, I'll talk to Chairman JV kasi hindi naman pwedeng this year meron, next year wala, no? Medyo na bigla kami dahil I think it's a latest decision and it's not included in the NEP, no? So it's a significant amount, no, in 20 billion, but I'll talk to the chairman on how to go about this. Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, yun yung importante, no? That's why we have this committee hearing so that the important programs, projects that are not in the NEP ay madagdagan po natin. And I would think that these are, you can be rest assured that in this committee, under the Senator Gatchalian also, mga good amendments naman to, no? Hindi lang basta insertion. Napasama na kasi yung insertions eh. So,